Hey guys, just recording my first video in a long time, but I'm going to be doing a dungeon in World of Warcraft here. So, I might not talk a whole lot, I might try to explain a few things, but I just hope you guys enjoy it. I'm playing my Fury Warrior, got a couple of really big axes, and I'm fulfilling the damage role this time.
Binding the ancient spirits to the will of my master. Run away, little girl. Run away. I need to get closer. Beware. 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 This temple is under Gahoon's power. Run away, little girl. Run away. It's too far.
So basically we're just clearing some trash before we get to the first boss. Trash is just a name for like the unimportant enemies that aren't like the big baddies in the dungeon. So if you keep seeing this eyeball with a purple circle, that's because of my corruption. It's a new feature right now, so that thing will shoot me while I stand in it. But having stuff with corruption in it makes me more powerful. So this next boss, basically, he'll spit gold on us, and we have to like run it out and drop it, because every once in a while he'll use an ability that creates an ad from it. And in doing so, he will get stronger if they touch him. So we don't want to let them touch him.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
So they just spit gold on me, so I got a couple of seconds to get away from everyone. When I come up here and drop it next to the other one.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
I think the druid will be able to keep them all rooted. Or maybe not. If we need to, I can go back and kill them. There we go. We got that boss. No one died. Yeah, the Death Knight. We got the highest damage on that one. He's able to pre-pull using his Army of the Dead, though, so that makes sense that he would be way ahead. Dude's got way better gear than me, though. The way I haven't inspected it, but he's got every piece of gear has stamina on it, which basically gives you more hit points. And so, like, I'm at like 440,000. He's at 513,000. So he's got considerably better gear than me, and I'm hanging with him pretty well. Darn. Stacked my inner up with someone else. Oh well. Got some good damage in this group. We're all melee though, so that's always kind of makes some of these pulls interesting. Every once in a while you see little like fiery balls on the ground. That's because one of the affixes of this week is called volcanic. So we just have to step out of those. Otherwise we take a lot of damage. See right there, I just got caught in one right there. See those little volcano thingies? And the other affix for this week is teaming, so there's going to be more enemies in the dungeon than there are normally. Not as big a deal on this dungeon, though.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
So, a couple more trash pulls. The next boss is in this next room. We got this one guy to fight in the hallway, and then there's a whole room to clear before the next boss.
Beware.
Try and dodge that laser if we can. Otherwise it puts a stacking damage over time on.
Thousands of years ago,
There you go, not so bad.
blood contagion almost wiped out the Zandalari.
Now this room can be interesting.
Golems were constructed to dispose of the diseased bodies.
Oh, I guess we're pulling him back here. That's fine.
Problem disposing of you. Beware.
Oops, I got hit by it. Oh well. One of the abilities my character has is called Bloodthirst, and I do a decent amount of damage with it, but it also heals me every time I use it. So it effectively, like if I take a little bit of damage from something, either the healer can heal me or I can just heal myself back up.
Blood contagion almost wiped out the Zandalari.
Be lots of.
Dead choked their
Oh, it says wait. Okay.
golems were constructed to
Is he gonna gather them all? He might.
diseased bodies. I'm sure it will have no problem
Oh boy.
disposing of you.
Wow, we did so much damage. It's absolutely crazy. Oh. And we pulled the boss. Fantastic.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Okay, I think we reset the boss now. Now we just gotta fight these guys. So this boss will do a couple things. He'll put a real big fiery debuff on the ground. He'll drain the fluids from someone, which hurts them a lot. And it also makes them do less damage over time. But it can be removed if you completely heal them back up full, so the healer will do that. We won't even have to pay attention to it. And then he will entomb someone like these guys are doing. I know it's hard to tell, but they're putting them in these coffins, and we have to click on them and break them out. And they're going to be stuck in the coffin and take a whole bunch of damage until we break them out.
3, 2, 1.
Your blood is cursed. Run away, little girl. Run away.
So yeah, I had to jump over there and click on that to break them out of the entomb.
Run away, little girl. Run away. Run away, little girl. Run away.
So he's draining my fluid, so it's going to hurt me a little bit. But the healer's going to heal me, and I popped a cooldown to heal myself back up quite a bit. And we got him. Not too bad. I ended up top damage on that one too. Hot dog. This is a +9 you can see on the right side of my screen over here. And tyrannical means that the bosses hit a lot harder. Every other week it's either the bosses hit a lot harder or the trash, which is these guys, hit a lot harder. So Alright. Dispel me. I'm polymorphed. This guy does a ground pound you gotta run out of that, right? Otherwise it knocks you way up in the air. We might pull the next two guys because we got that big guy coming back too. I'm not sure what the tank's gonna do. He might just wait for him to come all the way. We got plenty of time. So if we finish it within 25 minutes, the key gains 3 ranks and goes up to 12. In 33 minutes, it +2 and goes up to 11. Every level it gets harder and harder. Ooh. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. That was my bad for kind of standing in that. But the healer healed me, and I used some of my healing abilities. Looks like we're going to keep pulling, wait for that guy to pat back after a bit. I got hit by that. Oh well.
I'm out of range. Beware. Beware.
Shit. Oh, that was me being an idiot. Well, that's funny. Like, at least I can talk to this guy and it'll take me a little further along. Now I gotta run all the way back to where my buddies are fighting at. They're not gonna wait for me because there's really no reason to. You would wait for the tank or the healer, of course, because harder to go on without them, but you can manage without one damage dealer. So I'll have to remember that in the future. I've never had that be an issue before. That's so funny. I guess one of the archers is a knockback ability, and I just wasn't paying attention.
Three, two.
This is a council of 3 different fights, or 3 different bosses. Basically, this guy does 2 things. He does what's called a barrel through. Where okay, so he picks me, so I'm gonna stand right here, and everyone has to stand in front of me and soak some of this damage. Otherwise, I take a whole bunch of damage. Then he debilitating backhands the tank, which does a fair amount of damage. Then the tank takes a whole bunch of extra damage for a few more seconds afterwards. Normally, you kite him around unless you're really, really well geared or something. See, I just stand at like about as max range as I can get, let them stand in between me. Boom. I took a hit, but they all took some for me. And now after this guy dies, the next one spawns, and every once in a while, this guy will like magically reappear and start using a barrel through. So it's really kind of interesting because you have to still find out where he's running from, and soak the damage if you can. So, alright, so I'm gonna stand on the other side of him right here. Okay, Call of the Elements. We're gonna have to kill some totems. There we go. All the totems are down. Back on the boss. And this guy's easy. Yeah, also, you have to interrupt the Poison Nova, otherwise it hits everybody and does a ton of damage. But usually the tank will take care of that. And so he'll occasionally reappear, and when he does, he'll cast the Poison Nova, and you have to run to him and interrupt it before it goes off. This person does this whirling axes, which is super annoying. It puts these axes on the ground. If you get hit by him, it knocks you back a little bit, and it puts a dot on you. Shit. All right, I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you. And then put Severing Axe on someone, and they take, I think, damage until you heal them back up to full. That might be what it is. I'll have to look it up again. Or no, I think you Blessing and Protection me, so it just takes it off. And I interrupted that Poison Nova. Otherwise, our whole group would take a ton of damage. So a lot of this is just a balancing act of making sure abilities don't go off, stacking things. There's a lot going on right now, but our group handled it very well. Alright, one more boss left. So we have a kind of a mini boss thing next. Yeah, cutscene. Kind of a mini boss, and he hits really hard. After we fight him, then it's the main boss. And that guy does a blade combo on the tank that starts off weak and ends up strong, so tank's gotta try and mitigate that damage. And then he summons raptors to his aid. First one will jump and like slash at people, and the second one he rides and fears everybody, which makes you kind of run around and do nothing for a few seconds. And this thing starts doing some wicked damage to the tank after a while. But he's gone. So usually we fight him like over here.
3, 2, 1.
Because in the very end, he'll summon these like spears, and what they do is they will stun you. And he also does that Gale Slash thing. There's a blade combo on the tank, but the tank will mitigate that pretty well, I think. He's going to bring his other raptor buddy out. There he is. So we're going to kind of cleave and try to do damage to both if we can. But it is more important to kill this raptor first. This Quaking Leap, I have to move away because he'll jump to me, and it hurts other people that are near me too. So it's important to be away from the group for that. So now he's going to run to this dude, mount him. Now we just gotta burn him down.
Beware.
Same mechanics as before, except eventually those spears will start coming down. We just gotta not stand where they are, and it'll be golden.
None can withstand my blade. I will shred your flesh.
And I won the damage on that.
I serve that swine no longer.
So we got a +2.
Freed me from a cruel fate.
Now we gotta check and see if we get any loot.
Merely a puppet in a larger plan.
And I get the braces again.
Master gathers power. Zul will not rest until all the world is in the blood god's grip. For the sake of Zandalar, and for your kingdoms as well, you must stop him.
But after that for a long time. Ah, bummer. Ah, bummer. Oh well, I guess the tank got it. Well, the other guy won the sword that I want. The sword. And, I've been after it for quite a while. I have some good weapons, but there's an effect on it that's really good. But, so that's this dungeon. It's called King's Rest. If you guys like this, let me know. And, maybe I'll do some more dungeon runs. So thank you guys. Have a nice day.